just be, we really will work. We really will work. We really will. Hey y'all.
How y'all doing? We are back with yet another podcast.
Yes.
So what we talking about today, girl?
So, listen. Have you been on TikTok?
I have been down the rabbit hole on TikTok. Everybody should know what we talking about too.
Y'all already know. And you know, usually we say, shout out to my friend Shakiria. Usually we say allegedly. Now is,
I think she telling the truth.
wait, no. You know how you say allegedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now is allegedly.
Not a lesion.
Allegedly. So it's lesion. Okay? So that's so on this one we won't be saying allegedly. We were gonna be saying allegedly.
That dang lesion.
Listen, so y'all know we gotta talk about it. We got to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get.
What is it? Reesa Teesa?
Reesa Teesa. Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she's going by. We don't know
Right.
what her real name
Exactly. Because I'm starting to think, like, is that really her real name?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it like you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we gonna jump into it, but shout out to BMW. They making content off of it.
They are?
Yes.
Wow.
They say they gonna create one. So I'm like, so it has to be a blue cognac, whatever she say she wanted. It has to be.
And they better give her one too.
So
and
they
run
say
that
they working
check.
on that.
Run that check over.
Girl, the airlines is reaching out to her. Delta. I've been putting them on my Instagram stories. Hilton, Marriott. They want her to stay there while she's, of course, in Paris or wherever she's going. So y'all, we gonna get into it. Like, okay, so day one, I started it, right? So I was like, she did the first one. Did you watch all of them?
I unfortunately went down that rabbit hole and had to just finish it. Yeah, I watched all of it. For those who don't know, it is a TikTok series called Who the F Did I Marry? And this lady is just going into details about, you know, her experience dealing with the pathological liar. So that's the backstory for those who don't know. But go ahead.
No, you could. So I watched the intro and I was like, do I want to watch it? Because at that point, a lot of people was like saying certain stuff on Instagram. So then I was like, maybe not. So the next day, everybody was like, they was talking about it. So I was like, okay. So it took me 3 days to finish the 52 part. I think it was 52 or 53. One of the two. But I did finish. It was a lot of red flags. And she admitted ignored it. She ignored it because she wanted a man. Her husband. So he was past the narcissist. Like, he was past that.
Yeah,
it was
past that.
Like, this is a Lifetime movie.
I think it's gonna hit Netflix or Lifetime, one or the other. It's hitting theater.
It was definitely given like Netflix, or excuse me, Lifetime.
Right.
Like,
right.
I want to know, like, have he ever killed somebody? Like,
you never know.
If you want to know the truth, like, this man was like, I'm like,
he's just a pathological, allegedly, he is a pathological liar, and I've never encountered one to my knowledge. I've never encountered a pathological liar, so I can only imagine being a victim of a pathological liar. Like, for what? Like,
but his
what are you
goal,
lying? What do you get off of?
That was to get off, to get her excited, to get her worked up, and he kind of like, she was like, he got off by doing that.
That's crazy.
Like, told her she about to get a house, told her I'm gonna get you that. So this is what it was for me. Out of all of that, what it was for me is when he said, who has a company car that they never bring home? Like, never.
That you've never seen.
Not once did you say, I'm gonna bring it home. he would just toy with her. Oh, I don't know, I might just drive it home today. I don't know yet.
Right.
And then the funny part is his twin is the one that has that lifestyle that he has created in his head.
Mm-hmm.
As well as you on the phone. Hey, yeah. My wife said, hey. Jimmy said, hey, baby. Okay, when y'all coming up? Like,
You gotta be something else to fake a phone call like that.
you have to be cuckoo for Coco.
He needs some mental, allegedly, he needs some mental help. He needs some mental help.
No, and then the parents, they said his father came out of retirement to go back to work so he can get the help. Like, I guess had him on his insurance or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They say he been like this since
He was a
little.
kid. Mm-hmm.
Like, what? But we have one in every family.
I don't have a pathological.
I wouldn't say as that far,
Not that far,
but
but you always
somebody
got
that
one.
lie and you
I
know
do.
they lying.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
It's one in
That
every
just
family.
can't help themselves. Just,
It's so from them. That's the point I'm making. From little on, I could see that happening. Like, you just lie about crazy stuff. Like, why are you lying? Jesus Christ.
how can you keep up with all of that?
He did. And you know, he was really married 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 times. And then he told her, oh, I knew you was gonna marry me. That says a lot, because that screams like she was
Narcissist.
desperate. But it screams too like, oh, she desperate.
Right.
Like, and I wouldn't say he got a type, but all 3 of his wives look different. So he don't really even have a type. Whoever take the bait, basically. He don't have a type. So I also want to know, what is he sick with? Is it cancer or is it that killer season?
It sounds like some form of cancer to me.
'Cause
But he
went to
out
say
and about
it.
now. He doing.
Yeah, he big. He went
doing,
back to his size. But
Yeah, he out
Allegedly.
doing TMZ interviews.
girl,
You saw
and
that?
Netflix too. Nobody ain't talking to him. Girl, there's some
Said
voices.
she
in-
was a liar, a cheating son
Said
of a.
Say the baby from somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, Legion got legions on his face. Look
Right. Right.
like
right.
go get well, like, sir. I just don't understand. Like,
But I really do think that a network is gonna pick it up.
of course,
They gonna
They
somebody.
would
We
be
gonna see this
stupid.
on TV soon. If
Like-
you ain't watched the series, you gonna see it soon. You probably like, what y'all talking about? You gonna see it soon. It's
she
coming.
about to get so many brand deals though, like hair. Cause remember she was saying she wanted somebody to laugh with about taking on and off her wigs and all that. That was part of the story. Like, she also created this guy that it really was him though.
Mm-hmm.
All the things she said that she wanted, and that's why you have to be careful
Gotta be careful.
of what you say you want, because a person knows darn well they're not that person, but as soon as you tell them,
They'll
they're
try to
gonna-
be that.
yeah, they're
They'll impersonate that.
yes. So you have
So
to be
when
real.
you out here dating, just be careful. Don't be telling everything. Oh, I want this. I want that.
Yeah.
This is a way to my heart. and
Yep.
Blah blah
Mhm.
blah. Mm-mm.
Yep. Cause you're gonna have a lesion. Trying to sue that lady. Why she didn't lie? And that's not even his real name. That's a name she called. She said she did call him that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? I wonder what does that name mean. But it's not his real name. But he wants to sue. And she really didn't use nobody. I think out of the whole story, she used 2 people, like the realtor or somebody, real name.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, she didn't use none of his family.
Yeah, his lawsuit gonna be null and void. It's just a way for him to get
And his rap
attention.
sheet, when she pulled up, girl, when
Yeah.
she pulled up that background.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand how she didn't do a hard background check on him. For 2 weeks, I need a FBI sweep. For 2 weeks, you fell in love, and then we gonna blame it on COVID
Mm-hmm.
because she said you know, they was quarantining, all that.
Girl,
You wouldn't
don't even know him.
He wasn't quarantined over there.
He wasn't quarantined in my house.
And then the peeing in the bottles. Peeing in the Powerade bottles.
Oof.
You got to get your up out of here. What? I'm sorry. I think he was at first I said cancer, but then I was like, he was tricking with them prostitutes. So he might got that killer season or something.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
STD allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Because some medications your body rejected at first. So I think his body had to get, you know, immune to whatever. Then when he checked himself into, because we were talking about it at work, when he checked himself into that mental institute,
just so he can have somewhere to sleep and eat.
he probably was getting medication for whatever it was. Because how all of a sudden you stop complaining about your leg,
right?
And you're not complaining about your leg now, and you haven't said you had any type of surgery. While you trying to say, oh, she's lying and all this and that, you never mentioned you had surgery. So you was tricking and you got tricked.
That's right.
So yeah,
his lawsuit ain't going nowhere.
we just had to touch on that because this lady really was home and was like, I'm about to air my business out. And made it a 52 part and was very detailed.
Very. She's a great storyteller.
Very. Like, I don't care what nobody say. She gonna be in the Tyler Perry or somebody movie. She's gonna get a role because she was good. She wasn't acting, but she was very, very good. Like, and I was washing my dishes, cooking. Sometimes I would look at the phone on certain ones, but this really was a story that you could really be doing other stuff while you looking at it. And she said, for those reasons, I don't know what's going on in my throat, y'all. I promise you I'm not sick. But she even said she did it on purpose so you could do other stuff while you listen to her. So she was very intentional in what she did. I think she did a great job explaining it. And yeah.
Reesa Teesa, y'all. Reesa Teesa and Legion. Go look it up.
Allegiance.
Who the F did I marry? It is on TikTok and it is
y'all better
quite
be careful.
Because
if it's one, he ain't the only one.
He ain't the only pathological liar. But just pick up, like, when your gut telling you something, like,
and she said that a lot.
Look into it. I know we like second guess ourselves. Is it me? Am I overreacting? Am I thinking too much into it? Look into it, baby.
Yeah, she said that a lot.
Look into it.
It was a lot of red flags, but she was like, okay. I think she was too nice too. Like, she just a nice person, you can tell. Yep.
And one last thing. She said, okay, in the beginning, her tire blew out on the way. That was God. See, God be trying to. He be trying.
Yep. Because your tire was just fine and everything. But he wanted her. He was like, oh no, you going on this date with me. Because he knew. Like, he knew. And two, a lot of people say he was having a lot of money because he probably was doing PPP loans.
Because that was big around that time.
Yeah. And then you screen. But how she don't know the screenshot? Like, he screenshotted the Chase account. Like.
But then when she said that he fixed the tire before they went on a date, she said, oh, he's attractive.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
And then when I saw
faces looking like a piano key. What? Girl. And he doing that little weird face. That's what
attractive. Okay, girl. Everybody got a type.
And then she said he went a 3X to a large to extra large. No, you would have had. And she kept saying, we gonna go to the doctor, make your appointment. He don't have insurance. He was at a temp agency. But you ain't know that.
Yeah, I know that. Ain't nothing wrong with a temp agency, but
yeah, nothing at all. But why he wasn't on your insurance? Y'all was married. Like, yeah, she had her priorities a little, off them. And she said it. She admitted to it.
Yeah.
But I just think 2 weeks is not now. As we have talked in the past, we know some people do little one night stands and whatever. But 2 weeks moving in and out, that is crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
You moved in, and then y'all talking about marriage. That's a red flag right there. Like, we haven't went on a few dates, and we're talking about marriage. That would scare me. I know a lot of people want to get married, so that's different. But that would scare me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what policy? You got a policy on me? Like, you trying to take me out? Like, not take me out, but take me out. Like, why?
Right.
No. So, it was more than 10 red flags. Like,
it was a lot of red flags. But
in each part, it was a couple of red flags. And then your grandma drove the lady to the grave site that you used to work at. So you was over there talking to them dead people like you adopted them as your parents. Like,
it's weird. Just weird. I don't know. I don't understand pathological liars. Like, is there medication for that? Can you fix that?
But they say he was bipolar and schizophrenic as well. Both. You both of them. You all three, but on paper, you both of them. Like, I don't know if it's because he creates things in his head, so I don't know that it is. I don't know.
Yeah. But y'all go tune in and see for yourself. It is quite the story, quite entertaining, and we'll link it down below for y'all so y'all can go check it out.
Yes.
So, and while you down there checking out that link, go ahead, hit the like button, okay?
Yeah, and subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please.
Yes.
It helps with the algorithm. We have told you guys this in the past. But yeah.
So what's going on with Porsha and what's his name? I don't know his name.
I don't know his name either. I be wanting to call him Peter, but that's not his name.
Let's call him Paul.
Y'all know Cynthia husband because he's a nobody. We only know Porsha.
Yeah, we just know Porsha. I don't know Porsha.
I can look it up real quick. Let me see real quick. But yeah, we can get into that. Porsha done married a scammer.
I'm trying to figure out if this is a real thing or not, or she's just trying to. Simon, that's his name. Simon.
Yep, it's right here. Yep, yep, that's his name.
Yeah, I knew he had some kind of Bible name. For some reason.
The whole crook I could be the one named after.
I think Porsha knew that. I think she's just trying to protect her assets. Porsha ain't no fool.
Cause they was outside that wedding. They had to come into America wedding.
They had 2 weddings, didn't they?
Yeah. So you might be right. She probably did know, and she probably playing both sides. Like, oh, I didn't know. And he out looking at Porsche.
Like in the public, she gonna play because she finna be back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
So there go the storyline.
There go her storyline. So I think she gonna play the fence, just like you said.
Yep.
One side gonna be, oh, I didn't know. I can't believe he did that to me. And all that. And then the next side, she probably telling him, I'm just doing this so we can protect our stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna leave you.
Yeah.
Like,
Porsha. Stop playing with us, Porsha.
But she better be careful. Because, listen, one thing about it, them people don't, I know elections is coming up. Trump done already want certain people over here anyway.
Oh, yeah, he getting rid of folks.
So, he better be careful. He better stay on the run, like Beyonce, on the run.
He missing right now?
He ain't missing. He was out looking at cars, and they was like, oh, why won't you look at a Porsche? For Porsche. Yeah, he out looking at these fancy cars, child.
I don't know. I call slight BS on it. I'm 60%, 65%. This is some BS, some bull.
I have a question. Why do she like old men?
Money.
Paymaster. I just had to say it on the mic because Porsha is pretty. Like, you can't.
She trying to, I don't know, because she got her own money. But it don't hurt to have more money.
Of course not. And I'm ready for it. So the first time his first wife spoke out, but I'm ready for her to speak out about this situation. Like, did she know about all this scam and stuff that he was doing?
The first wife?
Yeah.
I don't know, because she was young. She was on the younger side. Yeah. Very young. I think, yeah.
Peter. That's why him and Peter was best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Peter had got close. And Peter, him with that restaurant, he facing charges too, child. Like friend.
Mm-hmm. I think she was just young, and I think he was, well, she said that he was abusive in some way. I don't know if it was physical, emotional, or mental. I don't recall what kind of abuse it was, but he was abusive to her.
The first wife.
I don't even think that's his first wife.
I was going to say...
The wife before Porsha.
Yeah.
I think
we're going to put it like that. Yeah. Because he's older, and then he's from Wakanda, you know.
Not Wakanda.
Yes, I know Wakanda is not a real place, but yeah, he's over there. The motherland.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that he is going to get deported. Especially if Trump is in office. He's going to be one of the first ones on the list.
All that money, but where is this money coming from? Did you read into it? About the money part?
I sent you. I did read into it. He has been threatened for deportation for many years. This started all the way back in 1990, and the reason why I know is because I followed his lawyer, and she read the divorce documents that Porsha filed. So this goes all the way back to probably before we was born. I think 1980, 87, 88.
I can't with you.
Back before we was born.
She's really telling his age here. If you didn't know that he's old, she's telling his age.
So he was doing fraud then.
Yeah, like,
and he was threatened with deportation probably 2-3 times. He kept applying for citizenship, naturalization, and things like that, and they kept denying him, saying, you ain't even supposed to be here in the first place.
You ain't even supposed to be in here tonight.
He's not supposed to be here right now.
But my whole thing is, how you don't supposed to be in here and you doing fraud?
On top of that. On top of not being here. Like, not supposed to be here.
How?
I don't know.
How?
Question is, did Porsha know? I know Porsha.
But that's black people problem.
With us, Porsha.
Like, I'm not being funny. This is why black people get caught. You get addicted. You start thinking you're invisible. Caucasian people, that's why they call it white collar crime. They know how to get in there, do what they need to do, play a little bit, do them about a little 1-2, and they be like, yeah, I just got all this stuff by working. They don't keep, they flipping into different businesses, whatever they gotta do. Y'all just keep going back. That's how y'all be getting caught. Stop. Do your little 1-2 and be gone. Like, he did. You know it. They had to do it for the wedding. That wedding was, listen, it wasn't even, you know, I call Instagram and social media when it's televised. It wasn't even televised like that. It was certain clips, but they had a whole Coming to America wedding. Just say that. So, no.
Am I sad to see it? No. It is. You do wrong, it's gonna come back. It's a lot. You can't.
It happened too fast anyways. He literally had just got from with that lady, and then here comes Porsha. And Porsha, you had just moved on from psychopath number 1. Because he was her first husband was like, it was crazy.
And he was older too. Yeah, she's like older man.
Yeah.
I see you, Porsha. But yeah, I'm not convinced. I think that this is all just some BS.
Call it bluff. It's bluff.
Not saying that she's not gonna go through with the divorce. I think she is to protect her money.
Yeah. Cause she had that baby before him. She only got one baby, right?
Yeah. By the hot dog man. And
Man.
hot dog man. But the hot dog man was her age. But anyway.
So the hot dog man, not her husband? That's the baby daddy?
Yeah, that's her baby daddy.
That's just a random
that was
baby daddy.
just she was just with him. Did she ever marry? No, she never married him.
Girl, I thought that
It was a
her
retired
husband.
football.
Right.
Hot dog had a baby by a hot dog man
Why you call him hot dog?
because he owned the hot dog restaurant. Yeah.
So she got a baby father out there.
She got baby daddy out there, and then Simon. So
Granddaddy.
granddaddy.
Okay.
So am I gonna, when this all come out and she like, I didn't know, blah, blah, I don't believe it.
Yeah. I think she knew too.
Yeah.
Because that wedding, like, he don't work. Okay. What may save her though, if those different businesses was established before her, because he could say that's how the wedding was paid for, this and that and that. So that's the L,
Yeah.
right? The wedding, you ain't trying to get that money back. You all done paid the people.
Yeah.
Not anything, you know, dealing with them too. Hopefully she used her money for it because
Yeah, well, that's Porsha and Simon. We'll just see how this all play out. I will not be tuning into the Real Housewives. I stopped watching them for a long time ago, but I'm sure I'll see it scrolling through Facebook or TikTok what's going on. So
yeah, I haven't watched that in like years. I think Phaedra the last I watched it was when Phaedra was on there. That's the last, and that wasn't because I like Phaedra.
I stopped watching it in about 2016,
That's just
2017. So
it started being like repetitive, like over and over. Like, why are you just dragging this storyline out?
right.
So let's just stay on that.
Now, when we were walking in, you was telling me about Miss Wendy. I want people to leave Miss Wendy Williams alone.
Okay.
She's ill. We don't know quite, what's causing it and where we do know where it stems from. But it's not our business.
And two, people saying that is her karma. This sickness is not her karma.
No.
She has a job.
Yeah.
Right? And she did her job well. Like, it's like a vlogger. Like, she did what she did well. Now, did I agree with everything she said? No.
Right.
But everybody has a job.
That's her job.
Whether it's to troll, right? TMZ has a job. They want to put out all the business first, right? They put out all the information first. They have a job. The Shade Room. It's called the Shade Room for a reason. They post good stuff, but most stuff is shady, right?
Yeah.
It's the shade. They have a
shade
job,
room.
right? Your preacher has a job. That's to preach, right? Everyone has a job. And Wendy, that is not. I wish people stop saying that's her karma. Like, it's not.
It's not.
That's a sickness. Like,
Yeah,
she has
she's
a
ill.
real.
And it's sad.
sickness.
It's
And-
sad to watch somebody dwindle away, especially with dementia. Like, forget who you are, forget who they are, forget what they
And
done.
her eyes are like, she's like.
All her accomplishments, she don't forget. Like, that's sad. So,
But I do agree with some comments. They said it came out when that man announced that baby.
yeah,
She was faking it for a long time, like putting on for a long time. When that baby came out, and that's when she failed. She was like letting y'all know then something was going on. Like, he was stealing money and all this stuff. That was a cry for help then.
yeah,
She was crying out for help on that show then, and that's when her sickness. Well, that's when we noticed, right? Because it was on live TV that the sickness happened, and she tried to cover it up then, like on the live show, like rolling that week, whenever they aired it live. She tried to cover it up, and you could not hide it. Like,
yeah. Leave Wendy alone.
Yeah,
I'm Team
that's
Wendy. If she didn't put, if she did not give permission for her to be filmed in any type of documentary or movie or whatever, it shouldn't have been done.
so I think she did, but what I think they're saying is, being the state of mind that she's in right now, that
You can't count on
you
that
can't
permission.
count.
'Cause
Yeah,
she's in early dementia.
yeah, it's not, and it's not fair, right?
So,
it's not fair to her.
So I know her family not happy.
Because she probably was genuinely trying to do it for like money. Because she's saying she's out of money. So she probably thought, you know, and I heard rumors saying she's not coming back to TV.
No.
She is not well
That's
enough
over.
to, like, she did it for however many years. She rocked at it as well. Like, she did her damn thing. Like, for real. So, that's just that on that. Like, pray for Wendy.
Yeah.
We pray for her over here on this podcast.
I'm Team Wendy.
Yeah, she has a job to do and she's doing it. And I wish people stop. Everything is not your karma. That is, y'all use that word too loosely. So, like, yeah, no. So that's all I have to say about Miss Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
How you doing? Shout out to Wendy.
All right, y'all. So that wraps up our extra. Read all about it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that share button. Share with a friend, a family member, and don't forget to hit in the description box our the link to Reesa Teesa if you haven't tuned in. Yes, tune in.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.